Well, good afternoon again. I'm honored and proud to recognize the career contributions of you, our retiring employees. My goodness, I bet there were times when you thought this day would never come. To retire, to withdraw, to quit, to recede. That doesn't sound like us. That doesn't sound like you. While retirement marks a significant professional shift, one that traditionally implies an ending, you are not a group that withdraws, quits, or recedes. You're a group that recalibrates, rejuvenates, reinvents, and reimagines. You reawaken, you rejoice, and you rejuvenate. Some of you have firm and urgent plans for how you'll do this, and I had a chance before we got started here to go around and talk to a few of you. You're going to hit the beach, volunteer with organizations that help ocean animals, read books, travel, sleep in, take up a new hobby, or revisit an old one. You're going to take cooking classes and dance classes and gardening classes, and some of you plan to teach cooking classes, dance classes, and gardening classes. Don't tell my wife about the dancing classes, please. Because you're lifelong learners as well as lifelong educators. I'm confident many, if not all of you, also plan to spend more time with family, and I heard that even as I ran around today. Regardless of how you choose to spend the coming years, it's clear you have earned it. Our 2018 retirees have collectively contributed 1,543 years of service to our school district. That's awesome. Not all on the same day, though. So that's something. So your efforts as teachers, support staff members, and administrators have enriched the lives of thousands of students and have strengthened our Cedar Rapids Community School District and our community. I say this to underscore how valuable you've been to our organization, while also knowing that there are likely many times when you've questioned if what you're doing really mattered. Were you really helping kids? Were you really making a difference? And if you thought that even for a moment, I'd encourage you to think about this. The hundreds of times you swung that bus door open and greeted a child each morning. How many times did you gently rest the back of a hand against a child's forehead before taking his temperature? What about when you may have stooped down to a little girl in the hallway when you noticed something off and asked if she was okay? Or even the countless times you supported the professional efforts of a colleague, offered valuable insights or a fresh way of tackling a problem, even supported that colleague through a life-changing event. Where would we be without you and without each other? Well, I can say that with you, we've been more enriched, more accomplished, more motivated, and increasingly effective at delivering on our promise of every learner future ready. You've provided clean, healthy, safe environments for our students, staff, families, and community members. You have helped thousands of our students along the path from little children to young adults. You've bettered our community by teaching, leading, and serving our students and their families. Your contributions are, in fact, unquantifiable. Your worth, immeasurable. Your dedication to professionalism, peers, and the success and health of our children today so that they can, in fact, become tomorrow's great leaders, invaluable. You each chose to dedicate your career to education and in support of our students. We honor you today with immense gratitude for all you have done. Now we'll hear from Executive Director of the Cedar Rapids Community Schools Foundation, Karen Swanson. Karen is a proud alum of our district, having attended Coolidge, Taft, and Jefferson, and she's active in the community in a variety of ways, including as a volunteer with the Arthur Elementary School PTA. Please join me in welcoming Karen.
Well, that was last year's introduction. I am now a proud member of the Franklin PTA. That's okay. As Executive Director of the Cedar Rapids Community Schools Foundation, and on behalf of our 15-member all-volunteer Board of Trustees, congratulations on your retirement. May the years ahead bring you just a little bit of the joy that you have brought our more than 16,000 students. We cannot be more appreciative of your time, your talents, and your education. For those of you who may not know much about the foundation, the Cedar Rapids Community Schools Foundation was founded in 1984. We are a completely separate entity from the district, but we do have an office in the ELSC. Please come by and see me sometime. The foundation mission is to provide financial support to and promote and recognize excellence in the Cedar Rapids public schools. Operations and programs for all that we do are funded by donors, either businesses, individuals, corporate sponsors, or foundation grants. We do not receive any public sector funding. The foundation supports the following programs, which I hope many of you participated during your tenure. We provide nearly 40 senior scholarships each year to graduates pursuing post-secondary options. We provide funds for students to participate in extracurricular activities who couldn't otherwise do so because of financial constraints. That program is called SAFE and stands for Sports, Academics, Fine Arts, and Enrichment. The Kids in the Community Field Trip Program, in partnership with Hills Bank and Trust, earmarks $20,000 annually for curriculum-based trips that send our students out into the corridor for experiential learning. Student enrichment grants reimburse teachers up to $250 for money that they spend out of their own pocket to make their classrooms seem a little bit more inviting, or maybe to provide some extras for those kids that didn't have what they needed on the first day of school. A generous anonymous donor provides $30,000 each year to underwrite this much-needed program. Next week, we will award $2,000 in professional development grants for our educators to perhaps attend a workshop, a conference, begin graduate school, or recertify. The foundation understands that without our educators, where would our students be? So we make money available to educators who want to augment or pursue their own education. And this time of year, you may have seen some of us and the trustees in the schools out to recognize and provide financial assistance towards the district's staff recognition program. Trustees are there to honor all staff, educators, bus drivers, administrators, lunchroom personnel, custodial staff, and secretaries. I will soon be writing a check for $60,000 to fund the school project grant program. This program is a partnership with the Giacoletto Foundation with an emphasis on capital projects with a STEM emphasis. We're beginning our seventh year of funding, in partnership with Pearson of our summer literacy program, which helps eliminate summer learning loss by keeping 5 of our elementary school libraries, open and staffed during the summer months. Later this month, if you are in an elementary building, watch out for the 2nd annual Senior Walk, where graduating seniors return to their elementary school alma maters to walk the halls in full graduation regalia to encourage our youngest students in continuing their academic studies all the way to graduation. And finally, we are into year 4 of our alumni program. So if you ever have questions about a student, come see me. We're actively stewarding our alumni, and they have a special tab on the foundation's website. Our annual budget is $350,000, and of that amount, I am proud to say 80% is invested back into the programs that we provide for the district. Our asset base is now over $1 million, and part of that strong financial position is due to your generosity through the staff payroll deduction program. I know many of you who are retiring have participated in the staff payroll deduction program, faithfully providing support for the work that the foundation does with every single paycheck. Whether $1 a paycheck or $100, it all adds up to thousands of dollars a year, which makes you, district staff, the 3rd largest donor to the foundation. I think that's amazing. In closing, let me thank you again for your service, for your contributions to the countless number of students that passed way. There's a plaque in my office that reminds me, as I much often need to do, to find joy in the journey. And we thank you for the journey that you gave to our students. Our blessings to you as you embark on your own new journey.
Thank you, Karen, and thanks for your leadership. At this time, I have the opportunity to introduce Tanya Johnson. Tanya is also an alumni of the district, having attended Van Buren, Taft, and Jefferson. She taught kindergarten for 20 years at Jackson and Coolidge Elementary Schools and currently serves as our CREA president. Please join me in welcoming Tanya Johnson.
Hi, man, we're kind of far back from the crowd here. Yeah, I think so. So what I was hoping for is that Karen and Brad and myself could stand up here and maybe do the Jefferson Fight song. Maybe we could get Steve to join in, and Noreen, yeah, we could just jump in and start doing some Jefferson Fight song things. But what makes me so happy about that is we definitely have lots of alumni in our ELSC. I am very honored to be able to address you guys, retirees as well as administration that are here today. I'm honored to do that as a Cedar Rapids Education Association president, but I'm even more honored to do it as an alumni of the Cedar Rapids District, a student, and as now a parent of the Cedar Rapids School District. Well, not the whole district, but just my two kids. I would like to thank you all for everything that you've done for the families in our district, for the students in our district, and for each other. Because like Dr. Bruck said, we have supported each other through what could be said as some hard times recently. But we have supported each other, and we have continued to do what's best for our students and what's best for our families. This year, Dr. Buck started the Power of We, and we have a few of our green shirts showing up today. When we think about the power of we know that the power of we is much more than just us in this room. The power of we is our students, the power of we is our family, and the power of we is more above and beyond our community. And as you retire, you will be going into our community to continue that power of we and power what our Cedar Rapids School District needs, which is support from our family, support from the community, as well as support from bigger and more, how should I say this? I'll just say more influential people at the State House. So we hope that you will continue to volunteer in our classrooms. We'd love to see your faces. Continue to speak well of the Cedar Rapids District and share the stories that you had when you were a part of it, and continue to speak well of public schools and how important that is for our community of Cedar Rapids. Congratulations for this wonderful event today. Congratulations to you for everything that you've done for teachers, for schools, for students. And please, please try to enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. Fight, Jayhawks, fight. We show, no. Yeah. Oh, my goodness, I shouldn't have started this. No, Noreen, no. All right, so, yeah, thanks. Yeah, right. So I'm going to do the Wilson one. How many Wilson Ramblers do we have? Wilson Rams, do we have that? We could do that too. All right. So at this time, I get to introduce Gary Ann Halt. Please join me in welcoming School Board Director Ann Halt. He has served on the school board since first being elected in 2009 and is a retired teacher from our district. At this time, please join me in welcoming Gary Ann Halt.
So how do I, as a member of the Washington Athletic Hall of Fame, follow that little performance? Thank you, Dr. Buck. Yep. Well, I'm serving as a dual role this afternoon, besides the serving as a board member and getting to congratulate you in a few minutes. I'm also the current president of the Cedar Rapids Area Retired School Personnel Association. Boy, that's a mouthful. And invite you to join our organization. Our local unit consists of about 280 plus members, and typically we see about 120 at a monthly meeting. Our meetings are open to all retired Iowa school employees. It isn't just teachers, it's all Iowa employees, retired. So welcome to the club. Members usually join for 3 reasons. One, we like being with old friends once a month. We continue to get our Delta dental coverage through the association, and we care about IPERS. We as a local and state organization lobby very hard for IPERS protection. Our unit meetings are the 4th Wednesday of the month, and we meet 8 months out of the year at 11:30 at the Long Branch. We pay for our own lunch, which is $14 for an extended salad bar. We socialize, eat lunch, have a program, and a very, very, very short business meeting. Examples of current programs this last year were Mark Hunter, the city historian, the Madden Colony's History Museum, the Jefferson Jazz Choir, and the Czech Museums also made a presentation. And it isn't always all about us. We've also do a canned food drive and support Gunner, who's a reading therapy dog that visits elementary schools. The local dues are $6, which we waive for the first year members. The state association dues are $15. Our first meeting next year will be Wednesday, September 26th, 11:30 at the Long Branch. Membership applications are available. Were available at the sign-in table when you checked in. Please feel free to take one. You can mail it in, or you can even return it to me today. Thank you very much, and congratulations, and looking forward to seeing some of you again in the fall.
Thank you, Director Anhalt. Now, let's take a moment to view a short video that honors your dedication and highlights 3 of our most tenured retirees.
As you embark on this new phase of your life's journey, you may be excited to wake up at your leisure, try a new adventure, or invest more time in your hobbies and passions. You have worked hard for what comes next in your life. You have provided the students of the Cedar Rapids Community School District with a safe and healthy environment. You've encouraged good nutrition and good manners. You've delivered them to school and home safely. As educators, you've not only guided them on a path of academic success, you've cared for them through sickness, through sadness, through joy, and discovery. As administrators, you have contributed to the health of the organization by leading the 4th largest staff in the county. Together, you have embraced the power of we to deliver on the promise of every learner future ready.
I have enjoyed having multiple opportunities over the 38 years.
I'm proud of my time all at Metro High School, my dedication to my job.
I've been doing the building trades student built house program for the last 20 plus years, and my most enjoyable thing is that working with the students, watching them grow and mature, see the progress that they make throughout the year.
The second generations of students I have encountered over the years, and over the 100 graduations that I've attended.
And then when they come back to visit sometimes, to see how much they are able to apply what they might have learned in my class. That's what gives me a lot of joy.
I guess I would just say I'm proud to have been able to help children and families for 38 years. So that's what makes me proud. And be in one place, one district for that long.
Continue with the Every Learner future-ready model and continue to grow as a district.
To continue the power of we, that it's really important to work together to meet the needs of kids, and so I really like that idea of the power of we.
The thing about that I'm looking most to right now in retirement is having a second cup of coffee and enjoy reading the paper in the morning. So if you're one of those people that don't like rushing off to work like I am, there is light at the end of the tunnel.
In gratitude and celebration, we say thank you as you transition into retirement. Now is your time.
All right, well done. Thank you. So, I was getting teased a little bit that I maybe got this started a little bit faster than I should have. But I got to thinking to myself, I think the tradition is that the retirees, when this is over, get to go off and enjoy the rest of the day and the weekend in the sunshine. So maybe it's okay that it got rushed a little bit. I asked that we, as we celebrate, we also remember one of our colleagues, Deborah Tapkin, who had planned to retire this year but passed away earlier this year. At this time, Associate Superintendent Noreen Bush will call each retiree's name to proceed through the receiving line. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. And Noreen, are you going to explain how this works? Okay, very good. Then I'll get out of the way.
So I started my journey as an English teacher and theater director and debate coach. So as any theater teacher would do, we're going to do a 5, 6, 7, 8 count. And all retirees, you're going to choreograph yourselves in alphabetical order along this line over here, non-verbally communicating with one another. So we'll get to that step in a minute. But true congratulations to all of you. Thousands of years contributed to children's lives. I can't think of a better thing to celebrate and to thank you for your true commitment to children. As it's already been alluded to, and even in the video, our vision is every learner future ready. And retirees, you continue to be learners. You will continue to learn. You'll probably have to unlearn some things, I'm sure, on your new journey. But this is how we celebrate our vision together. I'll say every learner. You say future ready. Every learner? Future ready. I think we can do better than that. Retirees, think about your future. And so when I say every learner, you say future ready. Every learner? Yeah. So when I've talked to some retirees and say, are you ready? They're like, oh, yeah. So thank you for all your commitment. So retirees, we're going to do this in alphabetical order according to last name. If you could please start lining yourselves up right by this panel over at this doorway here from A, well, maybe a little bit in front of that, from A to Z by last name. If you need a helper, you can look at the program if you're not sure about your last name and how to spell it. So if you could come help each other out, A's in the front all the way to the back. And then board members, if you would please come join Dr. Buck. I think that would be great. Super. Who hands out the stuff? Okay. You've done this before, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Yeah, board members. Let's see if the board members can line up in alphabetical order. Yeah. All right. Excellent. All right. So the board members can't quite figure out the alphabetical order, but that's all right. You're good? You're good? Okay, awesome. We're ready. Look at this. Now, so I'm going to, when on 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm going to have you, I'll say every learner, you say future ready. 5, 6, 7, 8. Every learner? Very nice. Retirees, if there's been a mistake in the order, it's okay. Just skip in front of the person if you're not quite right. When I call your name, please come up, shake the hands, and we have gifts for you. So the retirees can't quite figure it out. Are we ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first retiree, Ann Althoff. Please come across. And Denise Anderson. Mary All. Kathleen Barnes. Robert Bembenek, but I think he goes by Bobart. Terry Blaha. Sharon Boring. Janice Brunson. Diane Bush. David Carney. Edith Chase. Dee Crozier. Eugenia Ebel. Cynthia Espy. Diane Franklin. Maureen Gossard. Steve Graham. John Hall. Carolyn Helscher. Marta Hirschner. Susan Hoyle. Marcia Hunt. Rebecca Johnson. Marie Johnston. Kay Karsten. Diane Knapp. Connie Kramer. Joan Crum. Gail Leggett. Peggy Liskey. Richard Long. My mentor, Mary Ellen Mosk. Chris McGuire. Dana McKee. Marcia Miller. Peggy Morrow. Sharon Neely. Tang Wen. Sharon Northrup. Teresa O'Connor. Laura Reed. Deborah Rogau. Victoria Seaton, Joan Steinmetz, Kathy Ulch, Sherry Viner Lynch, Nanette Waddlove. Friends, let's congratulate our retirees, class of 2018. Some of our class of 2018 could not be here today. All retirees are listed in your program. For those who could not be here, let's give them a round of congratulations as well. Every learner? Future ready. Woo woo! I think I handed over to Dr. Buck. Yes? Yes.
All right, if we could do it one more time, please join me in applauding for all of our retirees. I've been debating this part. I have about 4 stories, each of which is longer than the last. Just about life in general and retirement. But I'm reading the crowd. I'm guessing you probably would rather just enjoy the afternoon. Would that? Yeah, that's okay. I actually don't have stories. So I would like to finish with this, though, in all seriousness. You have each made a difference for all you've done for the students, families, and your peers in the Cedar Rapids Community School District. I offer my deepest gratitude. It's my privilege to say thank you. So I also offer a sincere wish that your future may be emblazoned with new opportunity, new fulfillment, new joys, and rejoicing. Now is your time. Congratulations. And with that, enjoy the afternoon.